We're about to start. Uy, kusog akong microphone na. Okay. 42nd regular session of the 21st City Council is now called to order. Invocation by Honorable Councilor Joylene Mercedes Balaba, followed by the singing of Lupang Hinirang and the Cagayan de Oro March. Please rise.
Good afternoon. Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God.
Sa'yo nga among gitindugan, among pasalamatan, nagahatag pagkaon ug mga kabulakan nga matahong. Sa hangin nga among ginininhawa, nagahatag og huyohoy sa matag adlaw. Sa tubig nga among gigamit, makatagpaw sa kauhaw. Sa adlaw nga naghatag ka namo kahayag ug kainit sa among mga pagbati, sa mga nagasali kang magpabaya, sa mga magsunod kang Allah, sa mga nagtuo kang Hesukristo. Hugod sa among mga kasing-kasing nga usara ang bathala, nagkahiusa kami diha kanimo, bantayi ang among syudad. Ayoha ang mga hunahuna o kasing-kasing nga samaran, hatagi o kahayag ang mga nagpuyo sa kangit-ngit. Hayagi ang among mga namunuan, aron ang kahayagan nunay magasikat. Aron ang mga kabataan makasubay sa maayong dalan, ug ang among syudad mahimong langit. Sa kalibutan lain na usab nga adlaw ang misidla, apang hugot ang among pagsalig.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Please be seated. Mr. Secretary, please do the roll call.
Honorable City Vice Mayor Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, Presiding Officer. For the First District Councilors, Honorable Desiree Ann Imdahino, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable Juancho R. Pascual, Honorable Agapito Heriberto G. Swan, Honorable George Christopher Q. Goking, Honorable Moreno Y. Daba Defort, Honorable Alpi Ligaspi Sr., Honorable Aimee Rose P. Moreno. For the Second District Councilors, Honorable Ivuna Yasini B. Imano, Honorable Maximo T. Rodriguez III, Honorable Paulo Nicolo Gaani, Honorable Jelen Mercedes El Balaba, Honorable Yanlam S. Lim, Honorable Enrico D. Salcedo, Honorable Hilda Ong Ogo, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Marlo L. Tabak, Liga ng mga Barangay President, Honorable Kenneth Jan Disacala, CTSK Federation President, and Honorable Dr. Roberto P. Cabaring, IPEMAR. There is quorum, Madam Presiding Officer.
Quorum is hereby certified. May hapon sa tanan? So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So may hapon, of course, the honorable members of 21st City Council, mayong hapon kaninyo. Majority Floor Leader, may hapon kanimo. And our friends from media, our visitors right now, and those who are watching us via live stream, Mr. Secretary, may hapon ninyo? Yes, may hapon. So how was your day? Today is Monday. How's your day, Councilor Roger? Okay, that's good. How about you, Councilor Marlo Tabak? Kalma ka sila ba? Beautiful. Enjoying. So anyway, let us proceed. Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor.
Ngayong hapon, salamat sa atong butan kayong Vice Mayor. Thank you for that warm welcome in during our People's Day. At
Yeah,
Sare,
we had this People's Day this morning.
Covered Court, which here is the event. You were there present with our
Councilor Ching
usab
Daba.
nga Barangay Kapitana.
Yes.
Attorney Regine Rodriguez. Also, Jan was there.
Yeah.
Thank you for the kind acceptance of the group. Mayor was very happy. May nga po usab sa akong mga kauban ng mga konsehalis sa atong dakbayan, mga buutan usab, mga abtik ng mga konsehalis o mga bisita nga nakaroon sa likod sa mga igsoon sa Cagayan de Oro nga who are watching us in their respective social media outlets. Madam Chair, may I move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous regular session on June 22?
You're raising your hand? We have to approve pa last meeting.
June 22,
meaning-
2026, and consider the furnishing copies thereof as reading itself.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby. Okay, carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Any second muna? Manifestation?
Yes,
Okay.
quick manifestation. Last week we approved the digital weighing scale ordinance. Na dito ang transition period ng 6 months, which was okay katong it left my committee on March or around February. So ang intended good nga timeline nato to be implementing it by October. Pero since June pa siya nigawas gyud sa City Legal, that would mean January pa gyud siya ma-implement.
What is that all about?
Yeah, 6 months. So
The
So,
scale, okay.
yeah, I'd like to correct it lang to make it a 4-month transition period. I already spoke with City Legal and Attorney Egay sa CPCC and they're all favorable po dani kay malaktawan mo gud nato ang Noche Buena. So we
Okay,
intended
6
to
months, 6 months.
instead of 6 months, 4 na lang.
4 na lang, okay ra sila?
Yeah.
Or,
During the public meetings, public hearings, okay naman ta sa October with the
Okay.
constituents.
okay.
Sige.
Okay, thank you.
Maraming salamat.
So, as amended,
As amended, yeah. Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
on the special report portion of our session today, Madam Chair, there are 2 members of the City Council who intend to render special report. First, Councilor Maximo Rodriguez III, with regards to the recent rise of school-based violence and proposed legislative measures to mitigate the increase thereof. Second is Councilor Roger Abaday, I think on the same issue, but specifically on school campus security protocol. May I request, Madam Chair, that Councilor Rodriguez be recognized first.
Councilor Janjan Rodriguez, you're recognized.
To our presiding officer, Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bebot Rodriguez, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas, Minority Floor Leader Agapito Suan, ako mga kauban sa konseho, guests, friends, and everyone watching through live stream, maayong hapon. Maayong hapon.
Hapon.
The recent days have been quite heavy for our country. The deaths of young people due to school-based violence could have been prevented. But the choices of their peers and the systems in place unfortunately enabled tragic incidents to happen. One death is too many, and the loss of such young lives is unacceptable, no matter how you look at it. It must be remembered that in February of this year, students from two different schools in the city were ruthlessly bullied by their peers. These incidents were captured on video and were even circulated online. Gang violence perpetrated by the youth have always been rampant in our city in recent memory. Madam Chair, allow me to share my personal experiences. Niadtong termino na ako isip kapitan sa Barangay Nazaret. Akong gipaadto mga barangay tanod sa City High. Aron mutabang sa pag-secure sa lugar kay usara ang ilang guard. Imagine, usara ka guard, security guard para sa 2,000 kapin ka estudyante kada eskwelahan. O usahay pa, aduna ko'y madawatan na mga report nga sila'y mga confiscate na mga ice pick o kutsilyo. Dugang pa, halos pemi adunay riot nagakahitabo sa gawas mismo sa eskwelahan. Mas nakasakit ani Madam Chair ang kamatuoran na halos immune na ta sa mga inani na mga paghitabo. Niadtong 2022, adunay 14 years old na bata gipatay sa mga miyembro sa usa ka gang. Adunay report na nidagan pa ang biktima sa pipila ka barangay pero ni isa ka tao walay nitabang niya hangtod sa namatay na lang siya sa mga kamot sa iyang mga kaedad. Gani, Madam Chair, few years ago, my daughter was also a victim of bullying in a private school. Gani, kung madumduman ninyo, wala na kayo gigpagawas sa news, nagdala ang iyang classmate of pusil sulod sa eskwelahan. Makahuna-huna gyud ko kung unsa pa ba'y dapat nato panagbuhaton isip usa ka komunidad para mawala na kinina silot. Asa man kita ug nagkulang isip mga ehemplo sa atong kabatan-unan ug asa man ta magsugod aron dili na ni mautro pa. Last Tuesday, a full council meeting of the City Peace, Development and Security Council was held at the City Tourism Hall. During this meeting, it was discussed that a resolution that aims to address the issue at the LGU level will be released ASAP as soon as possible. At the same time, it has been also agreed upon that our City Council will create a peace and order ordinance that aims to establish our schools as peace zones to prevent further violence, as well as create a culture of peace, understanding, and empathy so that students of all ages will come to see academic institutions as safe havens where they are protected from any harm that may go their way. As much as it pains me to say this, we have to recognize the fact that mere legislation is not enough. Kinahanglan kini og aksyon sa tanan membro sa atong katilingban. Dili lang ang gobyerno, dapat tanan sektor may tungod na usa kidi ka public order and safety concern. Thus, Madam Chair, I respectfully move to submit to this august body a resolution recognizing the call of the CPDSC, strongly urging all stakeholders such as DepEd, DOJ, COCPO, DSWD, and the SK Federation, as well as other government agencies and civil society organizations to convene and initiate an undertaking that aims to address this ongoing problem in our city. We must prevent the rise of gangsterism and go to the root of the violence that enables these unspeakable tragedies. Wala pa ta naka-mention, Madam Chair, sa atong mga parents, sa mga pamilya. Dito gud dapat magsugod.
Yeah.
Priority should be given to schools with large populations. For example, Cagayan de Oro National High School and MOGS and other schools. In the implementation of timely and relevant intervention programs, dili lang gobyerno dapat mubarog. Dapat ang tanan, gikan sa estudyante, magtutudlo, ginikanan, ug maski kinsa pa man dapat magtinabangay. Dili raman sad kini para sa atua karon, kundi para sad sa mga musunod panato ng mga henerasyon. I would also like to inform everyone present that our Honorable Vice Mayor and I are joint principal authors in an ordinance that aims to address, prevent, and mitigate school-based violence in our city. We have filed it last Friday, and it will due for a committee hearing soon. With this, atong dumdumon ang katawhan labi na ang mga kabataan una sa tanan. Maayong hapon, pag-usap. Salamat. God bless ka natong tanan.
Thank you very much. Actually, last June 26, we had this Peace and Security Council. I presided. With me also is Councilor Roger Abaday and Councilor Kenneth Sakala. So I was able to present. I presented what happened in Tacloban, and there is this motion to, as soon as possible, to pass an ordinance in this prevention of these the gang and any violence inside the school or outside the school. So this is going to be as soon as possible, and that hopefully will be discussed, and hopefully that once this is already submitted in the submitted already the ordinance. Yes, already submitted. I hope this can be scheduled for a committee hearing as soon as possible. Councilor Jing Daba and Councilor Roger Abaday. Okay, thank you. You're raising your hand, Councilor Jing Daba. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Mayang hapon, Majority Floor Leader Ed Cabanlas, ako nga kauban sa 21st City Council, kung mga atong mga guest, mayang hapon. Actually, Madam Chair, nakitay existing codified ordinance which prohibit carrying and concealing deadly weapon in public places, schools, or business establishment. So, nag-issue na po si School Superintendent Doc Roy Angelo-Gazo o memorandum addressed to all public and private elementary and secondary schools heads to strengthen schools security measures and implementation of school safety protocols to all private and public school effective immediately all schools. So, ang ato lang ani, Madam Chair, is magsugod kita sa atong pamilya, mag-aware ang parents.
Yeah.
More than pinaka-importante, Madam Chair, that's all, Madam Chair.
Yes, but still you have to conduct a committee hearing because that is not enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tayo madugang, Madam Chair, okay,
Yeah.
sige, mag-committee
That-
meeting.
There will be a discussion among
Yes.
these partners.
Okay, Madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Councilor Desdahino, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Maayong hapon sa tanan. Actually, no, I can really empathize as a mom. Hadlok na jud kay mag-eskwela.
Yeah.
How much more in public school, how much more also in private school, maka-experience og jud og bullying. I can only imagine my daughter na pag-abot sa panahon, unsa na lang kaha. So, I would also like to share that I was also once a victim of bullying. Pero may na lang kayo, Madam Chair, na kabalot ta og sukol og naapod tay suporta sa atong ginikanan og pamilya og mga higala apan dili tanan kabataan adunay parihas nga kusog or suporta. Ang uban, Madam Chair, hilom lang nagaantos og usahay wala jud makapangayo og tabang. Mao na makalilisang jud ang nahitabo sa Tacloban National High School, no. Usa ka dakong pahimagno sa atong tanan. Samtang padayon ng investigasyon, ang inisyal nga impormasyon nagpakita nga ang mga suspect posible dugay ng nakasinati og bullying. Bisan unsa pang mahimong resulta sa investigasyon, usa ka butang ang klaro. Kung dili nato seryosohon ang bullying, mental health ug child protection, adunay mga problema nga mahimong motubo hangtod mahimong trahedya. Sa Cagayan de Oro, wala pa kita makasinati og sama ani na insidente. However, we experienced the killing of a teacher in Barangay Kanituan many years ago. But let's take that into consideration also. Ang bullying, cyberbullying, verbal abuse, social exclusion, ug uban pang porma sa school violence nagpabilin nga tinuod nga hagit sa atong mga eskwelahan. Muna, I was talking to Councilor Roger Abaday. So unang panahon, even sa imuha Vice, na ang bullying sa una bahala ang sudlan ng ang bag og bato og lampaso magkatawara, but this time it's not. It's more on psychological and emotional. So importante kini alang sa Committee on Women and Family Relations tungod kay ang kababainan ug kabataan mao ang kasagarang labing huyang. Ang mga batang babae kasagaran biktima sa online harassment, body shaming, sexualized insults ug gender-based discrimination. Samtang daghan kabataang lalaki usab maglisod og pangayo og tabang tungod mahadlok silag tawgon silag luya. Last week lamang nagmeeting kita sa Shakat aron palig-on sa atong school-based o barangay-based information, education and communication campaigns batok sa tanang porma sa child abuse. Ako usab nagtuo ang anti-bullying or education kinahanglan mahimong usa sa atong prioridad. Dugang pa niini, Madam Chair, ang atong opisina nag-andam og proposed comprehensive anti-bullying ordinance. Hopefully mogawas na to siya, Madam Chair. Para malig-on jud ang atong child protection efforts, atong palig-unon ang coordination katong giingon ni Councilor Junjun Rodriguez, ang DepEd, barangays, CSWD, City Health Office, PNP, and mga guidance counselors. Number 2, in Korea, Madam Chair, grabe kaya ilang reporting sa bullying. When someone bullies in the schools, na siya'y permanent record na mahimo ba og makaapekto sa ilahang pagtrabaho pag-abot sa panahon. So we can look into this. And then number 3, palapdan ang parenting education. I've been doing this for years, even way before nahimo tag konsehal. Importante jud kay education, sakto tong giingon ni Councilor Daba, na parents first and then the teachers. And next, suportahan nato ang youth leadership ug peer support programs katong giingon ni Councilor Junjun Rodriguez na appeal jud ang SK. And kani jud number 5, Madam Chair, paglig-on sa mental health support ug sa mga eskwelahan. Kaya actually, Madam Chair, I've been to this particular barangay na 12,000 ka students pero wala man lay guidance counselor or biskan man lang psychometrician because ang guidance counselor or psychometrician wala quote-unquote career advancement na maparehas sa maestra na teacher 1, teacher 2, teacher 3. So hopefully makatabang atong higher ups ana. So mga kauban, ang usa sa luwas na eskwelahan dili lamang makasukod sa pasensya sa security guards, CCTV or metal detectors. Ang tinuod nga kaluwasan magsugod sa usa ka kultura sa respeto, pag-atiman ug pagtanaw sa mga kabataan nga naghilom na day og pag-antos. So the bottom line of this, Madam Chair, prevention is better than cure. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Yes, Councilor Janjan and Councilor Kenneth Sakala.
Thank you for that, Madam Chair. I would also like to commend our councilors, especially our Councilor Dahino and also Councilor Jingdaba. I would just like to add for the committee hearing, Madam Chair, because some of our principals came to me, to my office. Lisod gud kayo sila when it comes to security, no? I would like to invite also during the committee kung pwede, Sir Torx, ubanon nato ang atong barangay affairs para all capitans, punong barangays, 80 kabuok from our city will be able to attend also. Kay nga no, importante po, kay some schools, walay coordination sa barangay.
Correct.
So mao ka na importante na ato mga tanods, na po ato mga sa schools, ilang security, as well as pinaka-importante, of course, our peace and order will approve with this, ang atong PNP personnel. Dapat our men and women in uniform are also present, especially ilang mga roving diya sa mga schools. Salamat, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Yes, Councilor Kenneth Sakala.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And first and foremost, I would like to thank and I would like to show my full support sa special report ni Councilor Junjun Rodriguez, that very timely. And last week, the Oro Youth Development Council has convened, and one of our members, especially the faith-based organizations, proposed a project, an intervention project for the youth. So this is called the Project Bangka. A Bangka, which means the building accountability and nurturing growth through kinship and accompaniment. A youth peer leadership, mentoring, and school violence prevention program. So I am here to ask the 21st City Council, the SKs in the Cagayan de Oro, the offices of the city government to show the, and of course, the Department of Education of Cagayan de Oro City to show their full support to this Project Bangka in line with the ongoing school-based violence here in our country. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, our next speaker, Councilor Roger Abaday, you have the floor.
Hello. Thank you very much, our Madam Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bibot Rodriguez, our Majority Floor, my colleagues in the 21st City Council, and all government agencies, representative members of the media, our guest and constituent present in this gallery, and our fellow citizens joining us through the City Council's live Facebook broadcast. Maayong hapon sa tanan. My report will serve as a supplement to the first reporter, the handsome boy of Nazareth, Councilor Danjan Rodriguez, and other my colleagues. And this will also consolidate matters that has been mentioned as what is proposing by the first reporter. Now, this special report on a matter of urgent public concern. The safety and security of our schools following the tragic shooting incident in San Jose National High School in Tacloban City on the 22nd of June 2026. So this unfortunate incident has deeply alarmed our nation and remind us that while school shootings remain rare in the Philippines, no community can consider itself completely immune from emerging security threats. It is therefore our responsibility as a public servant to ensure that preventive measures are in place before such incidents occur within our own locality in our city. In response, the Philippine National Police has announced a comprehensive review of school security policies and has directed all police units to strengthen coordination with the schools, increase police visibility, conduct security assessment, and intensify intelligence monitoring around educational institutions. Likewise, the Department of Education has emphasized the importance of safe learning environment through strong access control, emergency preparedness, and the activation of Child Protection Committee. DepEd issued Executive Order number 40 series of 2012. 2012 pa, kaning 14 years ago pa, gi-issue ni sa DepEd, no? So karon nag-issue na sa bagong issuance of Executive Order. Now, we also note proactive initiative from several local governments, including Quezon City, which has begun active shooter preparedness drills in coordination with the PNP and barangay authorities. The PNP has further emphasized nationwide a simulation exercises and reminded the people of the run, hide, fight protocol. Sa maning run, hide protocol. So, para sa itong naitabo, no? Meaning, hide, leave immediately if you can do safely. Then hide, lockdown, shelter on the place. Ang naitabo, gi-lockdown tong usa ka buktong napatay, gi-lockdown niya ang room, pero wala sige hawa sa pertahan, so igog siya sa bala. So, and then this fight, and this will be the last resort, if your life is immediate danger and there is no more chance to escape, then you have to fight. So, muna karong gi-simulate sa atong PNP, no, sa mga schools, no, starting from Quezon City. So, this protocol as a life-saving response framework in active threat situation. Now, this development clearly highlights the need for proactive, not reactive governance in ensuring school safety. This measure highlights the need for every local government unit to adopt a proactive rather than a reactive approach to the school safety. As a chairman of the Committee on Public Order and Public Safety, I respectfully recommend the following action. Please see the screen. No? Now, first, conduct comprehensive security assessment of all public and private schools in coordination with the PNP, BEP, CDRRMO, and DepEd. That's first one. Then second, strengthen police visibility through regular patrols and regular patrol in campus perimeter, patrols and school-based assistant desk during the peak school hours. Gimo kani sa mato ka sa UP, Ateneo, Lasal, naagyod ilang police desk in front of the gate sa ilang eskwelahan, ilang gi-assign. No? So, this school-based assistant desk during peak school hours, so close at the main gate. So, this is the best safety models under heavily or strong LGU, with under the strong LGU and police partnership. The third one, institutionalize regular emergency drills, including lockdown, evacuation, and active threat response training. Active and including the active shooter preparedness drills. The fourth, implement strict campus security protocols, including zero tolerance policy against firearms, bladed weapons, explosive, and illegal drugs within the school premises, supported by controlled entry points and security screening measures. The fifth, enforce in no ID, no entry, and pre-registration system for all schools visitors to ensure controlled and secure access. So, we need mga bag-o nga mga technology nga butang diya sa atong eskwelahan, no? So, kanang atong mga detectors, kanang mga para mosulod ka sa ano, nanay tanan gyud, no? Screen tanan, inspection tanan. Then the sixth, enhance physical security systems such as perimeter fencing, CCTV coverage, and improve lighting using crime prevention through environmental design principle. Then the seventh, strength child protection committee. Dili lang committee lang an internal confidential body trained to address the immediate physical threats and internal and social violation like bullying. Then mental health programs and anonymous reporting mechanism, katong gisulti ni Councilor Des, no? Kining reporting. Dagan kay mga bata mahadlok mag-report. Kinsay gabuli kay hadlok masulon. In other schools, naay ilang sekreto nga wireless phone, i-report nila sa ilang school authorities kung kinsay gabuli sila para dili sila mabaslan, dili sila kining mo retaliate katong ilang report. So this must be installed in a conspicuous place in the school so that the student can go directly if somebody will bully or will harass the student. So an unanimous reporting mechanism to detect rest early and protect student welfare. And finally, strengthen collaboration among schools, parents, barangay, LGUs, and law enforcement agencies to ensure a unified and sustained approach to school safety. So, honorable colleagues, ensuring the safety of our children is not solely the responsibility of schools or law enforcement. It is a shared responsibility of the government, families, and the entire community. So let this recent tragedy serve as a reminder that preparedness saves lives. By strengthening our security policies, improving coordination among agencies, and promoting a culture of vigilance and resilience, we can provide every learner with a safe and secure environment where education can flourish without fear. I hereby respectfully submit this report and recommend its referral to my committee and the Committee on Education and other relative committee for consideration and deliberation for the formulation of appropriate policy measure as well as a further study in aid of legislation and the strengthening of our local governance implementation. Thank you very much. O mabuhay kitang tanan.
Thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abadag. Yes, Councilor Marlon Tabak, then Councilor Girly Balaba.
Maayong hapon, Madam Presiding Officer, to our Majority Floor Leader and Minority Floor Leader and the member of the 21st City Council. When I attended the Peace and Security Council meeting last June 26, I heard the comments from other enforcement agencies. And I would like to inform this august body that on July 17, 2026 at 9 o'clock in the morning, the July Assembly of the Liga ng mga Barangay will be held. And we invited the following PNP, NAPOLCOM, PDEA, and BI, DILG, DepEd to give their protocol mechanism so that the barangay captains and official will now be equipped of the information coming from these different agencies, especially the DepEd, because we want to establish a strong collaborations of other stakeholder, Madam Presiding Officer. So we will invite also our chairman of the Committee on Peace and Order to join with us in our General Assembly on July 17, 9 o'clock in the morning at the Grand City Hotel. And the main purpose of this assembly, number one agenda is these issues arising today and a strong collaboration of all stakeholders in the city. Thank you, Madam Presiding
If
Officer.
I may suggest, Councilor Marlon Tabak, invite DepEd.
Yeah, debate, ma'am.
Nana diha.
Yeah, debate.
Okay, thank you very
It's
much.
included. Thank you, Madam
Yes.
Presiding Officer.
Councilor Girly Balaba.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Vice Mayor, Bebo Rodriguez. My colleagues, good afternoon. I support really all the proposals of our colleagues. And just my 2 cents, Madam Chair, no, because this violence that's happening right now is more on a social issue. We are in a digital era, no, and much of the influence from students, no, or youngsters, the kay impluwensya sa internet, no, and what they are seeing on their cell phones and then they are not kanibang monitored, especially at home, dili ma-monitor sa parents. So I would just like to suggest, no, na we should, if we have a strengthened, more kanibang stronger kining PTA association,
Yeah.
Parents Teachers Association, PTA
Yeah,
para
correct. That is correct.
yes, kay
Parent teacher
some
association.
parents do not know then
Yes.
know also how to address this issue with their children kay some children gahigig ulo no di ba man dili gani magpabadlong so kung naaalay kining parents teachers association nga kini bang mag-closely sila naay kining cooperation, coordination, I think na sa pag ang parents mo storya sa teachers or sa schools, mabawaan sa school na kinsa to mga students na kinahanglan nila i-monitor or ilahag yung i-personal na kanang yes, so check,
Yeah.
whatever. So yung PTA is very
Yes, yes, that is very important. Include that siguro, Councilor Marlo Tabak, or with the committee. Actually, we are talking about all safety, physical safety. Now, I discussed with the Vice Peace and Security Council the role of a teacher. How? The role of the teacher, there being a second mother, should be sensitive and observant of the behavior, meaning the demeanor, the behavior of a child. When one child deviates what is normal, then that we consider that as red flag. Na bata, normal kayo, di sudden, kalit masuko, or bata nga nagpakahilom, and then gikan lugar siya nga, ayo nga bata, then kalit og kahilom, or daghan kaayo red flag nga maobserbahan sa mga maestra. So I would suggest also that this DepEd, that their teachers also be given a seminar, kaya daghan kita makuha ang resource speaker on how to detect a child's behavior that is not within normal nga behavior, demeanor. So that is very important because now we are talking about the safety, physical safety of the school and the children. Pero nakalimot ta nga ang atong mga maestra is the second parent. Sila gyud mismo who has this interaction firsthand sa mga bata. So gamay lang nga red flag, they should report it to the principal or the guidance counselor. That way, we can minimize the occurrence of any physical violence inside or outside the school. And one thing more, barangay liga ng barangay, I used to handle bullying in my barangay. I am very active on that when I was still a barangay chairman. What you will do is write the school within your perimeter, tell them to report any bullying inside. Usually ako ang gauna o kanang, what you call this, mediate. Una ko. I am very, very strict with the bullying. So, somehow, daghan na po na ko nasulbahan. Although unknown, di patawag na ako. Then, this person is bullied and the one who is bullying. Masulbal raman. So, I'd rather that ang eskwelahan, the barangay will play the active role to prevent this bullying sa ilang perimeter nga eskwelahan. And handle that. If dili ni mo handle, nagid permi si Doc Leonen, si Doc, what's the name again, Jan? Psychologist na to. Doc, psychologist. Jamie, I always invite her so that ma-discuss or ma-mediate yun. Kay dili man tanan kapitan nga they have the knowledge to mediate about bullying. So I schedule, patawag din ko diri sa atong psychosocial, then they will help. Okay? Okay, thank you very much. Let us proceed. The Majority Floor Leader. Yes, Majority Floor Leader.
Kini ako simple lang. Kini bitong stricto na kita sa mga maestra nga mo disiplina. Sila
Bitaw.
mga estudyante. Kay karong kung imo bunalan estudyante kay bully ko na may mahino, ma-friction. Ma-out ka na mahinoon. Wala kayo, nasubrahan na tingali kita kay stricto sa to implement discipline inside the classroom.
Correct.
Ikaduha, kanisad ang style sa ito mga maestra nga, pasensya na lang, Luy.
Lagi.
Ay na lang.
Giveaway na lang. Ay lang, hilom na lang.
Ang mahitabo yung na musukol ang bata nga gibuli. Kung musukol, katunay ni musukol mo na imong bully. Namuna na ang problema na to. And another issue there is that kining cyberbullying.
Yes.
cyberbully mo na ang pinakalisod gyud nga mo na kasagara karon makakita po sa mas mahit ningali katong 16 years old below dili na pa absolute siya sa
Dapat,
social
no?
media,
Yeah.
internet mo naghimon karon sa Australia is now doing it, other nations are doing it nga i-limit ang access to internet sa mga 16 above. Kaya mo maging ang source gid sa problema.
Ang internet,
Kana ang mga
grabe.
daldalas pushkil kay katulang bata sa Tacloban, nag-reload pa gid siya. That means expert na kay siya sa armas. Nahurot niya ang ang Glock as around
Kaya nag-practice po
15
siya.
rounds.
Nag-practice mo siya.
Nahurot na yung 15 rounds, nag-load pa gid siya.
Kabalo siya.
Asa to niya nakuha? Sa internet.
Correct.
So that should be also tackled or taken.
Years
into account.
ago, sa atong panahon, wala may bullying ba? Wala pa, oy.
Di mga kinatuki kita pag
Magkay man diretso.
binuang ka na to.
Wala.
Bayon ka mas
Diba?
sa chok o diba sa kirisher. O kunya kunay bully
Hindi,
ka suklan.
that time,
Suklan ko man akong bully. Pagkatok sumagay likod simenteryo. Nana mo.
mag-abot mo na sa una. There is no internet that time.
Wala internet.
Wala internet. That is why.
Wala
Wala.
ganito.
Oh, ingon na mo nga, abot na dito sementeryo, likod sementeryo, di ba?
Yeah,
Oh.
simenteryo dahil piniti niya.
Punyete, oh, di ba? Wala bullying before.
Wala may kuan kay karon
Karot.
internet tudluan ka sa pagkami sa armas. How to cyberbully. So let's proceed with the
Okay, let us proceed. Okay, thank you very much. So refer to the committees. Okay.
Okay, item number 1. Proposed resolution number 2026-358 accrediting the Cagayan Plus Preserving Life Uniting Society, Inc. for purposes of its membership in the local special bodies pursuant to DILG Memorandum Circular number 2025-060 and Article 64, Rule 13 of the Rules and Regulation implementing the 1991 Local Government Code. May I request Councilor Janjan Rodriguez be recognized.
Councilor Janjan Rodriguez, recognize.
Move to approve proposed resolution number 2026-358.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 2, proposed ordinance number 2026-299, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge the sum of 100,230 pesos to the IT maintenance and other operating expenses, electricity expenses, slaughterhouse, in the 2026 annual budget of the City Economic Enterprises and Business Development Administration, or CIBDA, the city to cover payment of electricity expenses, prior years payables for the period October 2024 to December 2024 and July 2025 to December 2025. May I request, Madam Chair, Councilor Desiri and Dahino be recognized.
Councilor Des Dahino, you recognize.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2026-299.
Any second? Any objection? Any objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 3, proposed ordinance number 2026-300, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge a sum of 9,969 pesos to the IT maintenance and other operating expenses, other maintenance and operating expenses in the 2026 annual budget, the Cagayan de Oro Trade and Investment Promotion Center, this city, to cover payment of 10 packs of paper plates and 5 other items per purchase order, request number 25-4669, dated October 10, 2025, and sales invoice 18990, dated December 12, 2025. May I request Councilor Jubilin Mercedes Balaba be recognized. Madam.
Councilor Joylene Balaba, you recognize.
Yes, I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2026-300.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 4, Turks.
Item number 4 is proposed ordinance number 2026-301, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge the sum of 19,000 pesos to the item maintenance and other operating expenses, other maintenance and operating expenses in the 2026 annual budget of the office of the city mayor of this city to cover payment of the unpaid gratuity pay of the herein specified job order personnel of the said office, to wit, Jima D. Gitwaban, Administrative Aid 2 with an appropriation of 5,000 pesos. Sylvester D. Pilaes, 7,000 pesos, and Victor G. Yanson, Administrative Aid 2, 7,000 pesos.
May I request, Madam Chair, that Councilor Chris Gooking be recognized?
Councilor Chris Goking, you recognize?
I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2026-301.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 5, Turks.
Item number 5 is proposed ordinance number 2026-302, authorizing the city accountant, this city, to charge the sum of 118,151 pesos and 32 centavos to the item maintenance and other operating expenses, other maintenance and operating expenses in the 2026 annual budget of the office of the city mayor of this city to cover payment for the reimbursement of traveling expenses incurred by the herein members of the Bids and Awards Committee Technical Working Group in the performance of their official duties related to procurement activities in support for the conduct of benchmarking activity for the Smart City CCTV system last November 24 to 2026-2025 in Cebu City, per City Mayor Memorandum Number MM-1874-25, to wit, Attorney Raymond Q. Villablanca, Maico Alejandro E. Torres II, Edward E. Flores, Antonio Ramon Risma Jr., Engineer Andre Earl A. Patriana, Nick A. Habagat, and Attorney Chief Lionel Isaiah Banyas, with an appropriation of 16,878 pesos and 76 centavos each.
Madam Chair, may I request Councilor Gigi Go be recognized?
Councilor Gigi Go, you recognize?
Good afternoon, Madam Presiding Officer, and to my colleagues of the 21st City Council. Move to approve proposed ordinance number 2026-302.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 6, proposed ordinance number 2026-303, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge a sum of 5,249 pesos to the item maintenance and other operating expenses and other maintenance and operating expenses in the 2026 annual budget of the office of the city civil registrar of the city to cover payment of the internet subscription of said office with Parasat Cable TV under account number core 083254 for the period December 2025. May I request Councilor Agaswan be recognized?
Councilor Agaswan, you recognize?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Move for its approval, proposed ordinance 2026-303.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 7, proposed ordinance. Move to approve on
Second.
second and final reading.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 7, proposed ordinance number 2026-304, authorizing city accountant, the city to charge a sum of 56,880 to the item maintenance and other operating expenses, other maintenance and operating expenses in the 2026 annual budget of the City Housing and Urban Development Department, the city, to cover payment of meals, snacks, 60 packs incurred during the basic skills and personality development training per purchase request number 25-4561 and purchase order number 313425 dated October 6, 2025 and December 18, 2025 respectively. May I request Councilor Roger Abada be recognized?
Councilor Roger Abaday, you recognize?
I move to approve the proposed ordinance number 2026-304.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 8, Turks, taas mo ni.
Item number 8 is proposed ordinance number 2026-305, authorizing the city accountant, the city, to charge the sum of 20,000 pesos to the item maintenance and other operating expenses, under the special programs and projects, mines management, in the 2026 annual budget of the Office of the City Environment and Natural Resources Officer of this city, to cover payment of the honoraria of the City Mining Board and Technical Working Group members for the period November to December 2025 pursuant to Section 5 of Executive Order number 414-2025A, to wit: 1. Engineer Rodante B. Filina of the MGB-10 with an appropriation of 2,000 pesos. Attorney Geoffrey D. Namulata of this city, 1,000 pesos. Timujin Jan P. Adiser of this city, 1,000 pesos. Engineer Dailin Nivero, 1,000 pesos. Engineer Antonio M. Angeles, 1,000 pesos. Honorable Enrico D. Salcedo, 1,000 pesos. Rina Jen T. Edrelin, 1,000 pesos. Elvisa B. Mabilin, 2,000 pesos. For TWG members, Engineer Janine Galaura, 1,000 pesos. Lay Andion N. Corrales, 1,500 pesos. R&D Yi, 1,500 pesos. Durin Winuna A. Amulato, 1,500 pesos. Kurt Darrell D. Ubaldi, 1,500 pesos. Engineer Gaudencio L. Paluma Jr., 1,500 pesos. Engineer Earl Ben Kirby Budungan, 500 pesos. And Engineer Janice B. Furog, 1,000 pesos.
Madam Chair, may I request Councilor Marlo Tobac be recognized.
Councilor Marlon Tabac, you recognize.
Madam Chair, I move to approve proposed ordinance number 2026-005.
Any second? Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 9, Turks.
Item 9 is proposed ordinance number 2026-306, appropriating the sum of 230,953 pesos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries and wages regular under item number 4, medical officer 3, and item number 14, nurse 3 of the Cagayan de Oro City Hospital, Lumbia, GR Bora General Hospital Annex for the period January to February 2026 in the 2026 annual budget, to be made available for the payment of the allowances and other benefits for the period July to December 2025 of the herein personnel of the said hospital, to wit: 1. Antonio C. Abakahin, Security Guard 2, with an appropriation of 38,120 pesos. 2. Philip P. Fuentes, Administrative Aid 1, 31,317 pesos. 3. Ruji C. Maghamel, Administrative Aid 1, 31,317 pesos. 4. Catherine C. Piquero, Administrative Aid 6, 38,336 pesos. Erwin N. Salvacion Sr., Administrative Aid 3, 34,212 pesos. Angeline R. Faburada, Administrative Aid 4, 35,337 pesos. And Liesel B. Oporto, Metro Aid 1, 22,314 pesos.
Madam Chair, may I request Ali Gaspi be recognized, Councilor.
Councilor Ali Gaspi, you recognize.
May hapon, Madam Chair. I move for the approval of the proposed ordinance number 2026-306.
Any second? Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 10, Turks.
Item number 10 is proposed ordinance number 2026-307, authorizing the city accountant, the city, to charge the sum of 40,800 pesos from the item non-office, General Public Services Sector, Peace and Order Development Program, support to police operations, arrest of wanted person, and search warrant operations, other maintenance and operating expenses in the 2026 annual budget, to be made available for the payment of prior year's procurement of garbage bins with wheels, heavy-duty, with the ECS Tech and General Merchandise per purchase request number 23-4547 dated November 14, 2023 for the use of the Cagayan de Oro City Police Office.
Madam Chair, may I request CB Mano be recognized?
Councilor E.B. Imano, you recognize?
Maayong hapon, move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2026-307.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second,
Item 11.
objection?
Oh,
Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 11, proposed ordinance number 2026-308, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge the sum of 166,380 pesos and 98 centavos from the item non-office social services sector, water expenses in the 2026 annual budget to be made available for the payment of prior years 2021 to 2025 unpaid water bill of the Women's Crisis Center, another Dalampanan Center, per COWD's billing statement and the account number 14 2B dash 25172107 and account number 142B dash 22 179554 respectively. May I request Councilor Kenneth Jan Chakala be recognized. Madam.
Councilor Kenneth Sakala, you recognize?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Move to approve proposed ordinance number 2026-308. Thank you.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 12, proposed ordinance number 2026-309, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge the sum of 500,000 from the item non-office social services sector, special purpose funds, aid to CDO Boy Scout of the Philippines Council in the 2026 annual budget to be made available for the payment of the city aid to BSP Cagayan de Oro Council for the fourth quarter of CY 2025. May I request Councilor Jing Daba be recognized. Madam.
Councilor Jing Daba, you recognize?
Good afternoon again, Madam Chair. Move for approval, proposed ordinance number 2026-309.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 13, proposed ordinance number 2026-310, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge a sum of 1,600,000 pesos from the item maintenance and other operating expenses, other supplies and materials expenses, electrical under the special program project, annual electrical maintenance for lighting of city streets and parks in the 2026 annual budget of the the office of the city engineer to be made available for the payment of electrical items, 3 sets, nail gun, and 24 other items with the new Sorigo Paint House, auto parts, and general merchandise per purchase request number 25-3201 dated July 30, 2025. May I request Councilor Janjan Rodriguez be recognized.
Councilor Janjan Rodriguez, you recognize?
Move to approve proposed ordinance number 2026-310.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 14, proposed ordinance number 2026-311, approving the development permit Southridge Business Park project for located in Barangay Lumbia, the city, with an area of 94,000 square meters containing 24 lots under PD 957 as applied for by Pueblo de Oro Development Corporation, represented by SBP and General Manager Chrysler B. Asibo, subject to the compliance of the conditions imposed by the City Housing and Urban Development Department, Office of the City Planning and Development Coordinator, and the Office of the City Engineer, all of this city. I move for the approval of this ordinance.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 15, proposed ordinance number 2026-312, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Oy, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, Doni, to sign the deed of donation and acceptance, DODA, with the Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan, donor, represented by its President Father Mars P. Tan SJ, covering the latter's donation for a parcel of land located in Barangay Puerto de City, covered under Transfer Certificate of Title number T-66572, containing an area of 29,533 square meters, more or less a site of the relocation and resettlement of qualified informal settlers, families, beneficiaries under the terms stipulated therein. May I request Councilor Chris Goking be recognized.
Councilor Chris Goking, you recognize.
Move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2026-312.
And a second. Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 16, proposed ordinance number 2026-313, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Oy to sign the deed of donation and acceptance with the Latter-day Saints Charities Philippines, Inc. donor, represented by its Counter Director, Mr. Anthony Jan Baliedos, covering the latter's donation of medical equipment, 1-unit endoscopy machine tower for the use of G.R. Bora General Hospital, the city, under the terms is stipulated therein. May I request, Madam Chair, that Councilor Roger Abada be recognized.
Councilor Roger Abada, you recognize.
Thank you very much, Majority Floor, Madam Chair. I move that the proposed ordinance number 2026-313 be approved.
And a second. Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 17, proposed ordinance 2026-314, approving the application of Indahag Square Garden, represented by its manager, Mr. Ricardo Dumandan, for a permit to hold a three-stag derby on July 11, 2026 at the cockpit located at Sitio Lumboy, Barangay Indahag City. May I request Councilor Jing Daba be recognized.
Councilor Jing Daba, you recognize.
Sama ko yan. Move for approval of proposed ordinance number 2026-314.
And a second. Objection. Yes, there's an objection. Oh,
Just for clarificatory,
clarificatory. Okay.
this is not an opposition.
Okay.
Madam Chair, the application of the applicant, Derby, there are 2 days, July 11 and July 25. There are two. So which of this application we will approve? 11 or 25?
Councilor Jing Daba, rebuttal. Unsa man gyud?
11, Madam Chair, Madam Chair. Iutro na 11. Dili.
11.
Kay Sara.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it's going to be July 11. Any second finish? Objection? Okay. Objection. Okay. So there's abstention, one abstention. Councilor Agastuan.
Now, as correct.
Then that's corrected. That's only one day, July 11.
As corrected.
3D, 3 out of pa.
11 ra.
So Sara gid ni.
Oh, Sarah.
Okay.
11.
Okay, abstention. Councilor Aga, imong partner.
Wala.
Okay. So one abstention.
Out during voting.
Okay. So only one abstention. And a motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, just one abstention. Same. So no objection. Motion is hereby carried.
For inclusion, Madam Chair, may I request that items 18 and 19 and 20 talks, ma'am?
2019.
Be included in in today's agenda.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 18, proposed resolution 2026-359, earnestly requesting the Honorable Giovanni Alfred Navarro, presiding judge of Branch 18, Regional Trial Court of Misamis Oriental, 10th Judicial Region, the city to hold in abeyance for a period of 6 months the implementation of the writ of demolition in civil case number R-92-355 entitled Segundo de Flores et al. Plaintiff versus Cristobal Caños et al. Defendants for Action Publiciana at Dadiangason, otherwise known as Carmen Hills, Barangay Carmen de City, to enable the city government of Cagayan de Oro through the City Housing and Urban Development Department to conduct socio-economic survey of the affected residents thereof and to identify a suitable relocation area for them and in consideration of the education of the children of the affected families. Move for its approval. I think should be unanimously.
Yeah.
Jointly move.
Okay. Jointly move. Yes, any, no, ano mo na, approve sa naman, any second. Okay, yes, there's a manifestation. Yes, Councilor Marlon Tabak.
Manifestation, Madam Presiding Officer. Our request is for 6 months and to consider the education of our children. From now, 6 months is until January. And the graduation of our children will end the school year on March. So kung kung atong request 6 months lang, taman ra sa January, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. So kung nanay order sa January, then wala pa nahuman ato mga bata sa ilang pagtunga. No? Kay taman man sa 6 months. So,
March.
basin og makonsider sa atong committee chair on urban poor and landed states, it's the master and expert on this. Kay ako, biktima ko, Madam Presiding Officer of demolition, atong i-consider gyud ang pag-isdukar sa atong mga bata. No, happy ka ko nga ang rason gyud pag-extend is for the education of our children. Pero nabalaka lang ko kay taman ra man na ang 6 months sa January. Then ang
Then
atong klase
finals
tama
na.
man sa March. So kana lang I don't know what's the idea of our majority floor
Okay.
leader.
Thank you very much, Councilor Marlon Tabak. Yes, Councilor Majority Floor Leader.
Sa ato experience in Agi, 3 months naman gani.
Is it the first demolition? The
First
first.
money, oh.
Okay.
But, kung mahuman kining 6 months, mo naman sa ta. For the second. Another 6 months.
Yeah, yeah.
Next 9 months.
Yes.
12 months. Jaman.
6, then another,
Another
Extension.
doon na ang 6 months, another sa nga 6 months.
yeah,
Si kaduhan sa ta.
kaduha.
Kira.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay ra, Councilor Marlon Tabak? Okay.
Okay.
Si Councilor Majority, ana mo fight, ana.
Okay, taas mo, taas mo kayo 9 months.
But hindi rin tatagaan ba? Oh. Okay. So any motion?
Yun is,
Any second?
second.
Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 19, proposed resolution number 2026-360. Strongly urging stakeholders consisting of government agencies and civil society organizations to convene and initiate programs aimed at addressing school-based violence in Cagayan de Oro City. Subject to standing, may I request Councilor Maximo T. Rodriguez for be recognized, Madam Chair.
Councilor Jenjen Rodriguez, you recognize?
Move to approve proposed resolution number 2026-360.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Madam Chair, there is no other matters to take up. May I respectfully move for the adjournment.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried. God bless us all. Master na nila ba? Di na sila panindog.